What's going on, everybody? Back again with another video. And this time we're going to be taking a look at bullpups and why I feel like they are very special. They're unique, they have their place, and I definitely am a big fan of the bullpup. So specifically, we are taking a look today at this Steyr AUG. This is a A3 M1 model, so one of the most recent models that's out there. This features the NATO stock, so it is able to accept all, P mags, Lancer mags, hex mags, anything that would, be able to be placed in an AR-15. Essentially, this thing could accept. So cool feature there. Got some stuff on here that I've added on, and I'll explain that. But let's just talk about what a bullpup is, what the benefits are, and what the drawbacks are for those of you that are unfamiliar. A bullpup just means that the action is behind your pistol grip. Okay, all the action of the gun is occurring back here, essentially right under your face, which kind of sounds scary, but these things are tried and true. And thus far, I've really never heard of anything crazy going on with a bullpup exploding or something like that. But anyways, your barrel essentially starts right here and it ends up right here. Now, this is a full 16.5-inch barrel. However, it is in the profile of what you would probably look at with a 10-inch SVR. So that's the biggest benefit, is that you get a nice compact package, but you are not sacrificing velocity. You are not sacrificing anything in terms of ballistics, and you're not sacrificing in terms of, being able to go out to distance with a rifle like this. So very cool that it's able to check all those boxes as a CQB option, as well as a long range option. Typically, because these bullpups already give you a nice short package, most people like bullpups that are 18 to 20-inch barrel lengths, because you're still getting that compact profile, but then you are really getting much more a barrel length that's going to help you out with your velocity and with long distance shooting. So that's the benefit of a bullpup design. Now, the drawbacks typically are that the functionality, the ergonomics are usually, some where people just cannot get around the fact that this is not an AR-15, the fact that this is not going to have the types of button placements and lever placements that you're used to seeing on any other type of non-bullpup rifle. So because of that, people have developed a muscle memory when it comes to kind of feeling around with their fingers for a mag release button, for example, or knowing that, in order to change out their mags, they're basically pulling from in front of their pistol grip, or even a bolt release button being like right there around the trigger guard area. So people have that muscle memory, and it's not just AR-15s. It's a lot of the modern day, the modern day rifles that are, more for military law enforcement, sporting rifles and whatnot. They're just kind of all very, very similar. Even when they do have some ergonomic features that are supposed to be benefits for ambidextrous users and whatnot, they still somewhat have buttons and levers where you would typically find them on an AR-15. All right. So with a bullpup, you throw all that out the window. You have to relearn everything. And that's where people do not feel comfortable with platforms like this. Now, me personally, I've owned the X95 bullpup. I think you guys have seen that in a couple of the videos that I featured a little while back. I've had the Keltec RFB. I've had the SAR-1 Tavor. I've had like all these different bullpups, and I've really enjoyed them. I've had the Steyr AUG before as well, in white, which I was trying to get again, but unfortunately they are a limited run, and all I can really get a hold of was black this time around. But I love the way that this thing turned out, so no big deal there. But anyways, bullpups I appreciate, because I appreciate the thought process behind trying to enhance what you get with the modern day rifle, trying to think of innovative ways to keep a nice tight profile of a rifle, of a full length rifle. So I appreciate, people pushing the envelope in order to try to achieve something that hasn't been achieved before. Now the Steyr AUG, the reason why I like this platform better than the Tavor, better than any of the Keltecs or the MDR or anything else that's out there right now, is because this is, on a large scale, the most tried and true bullpup on the planet. It's simple, it's effective. So these have been absolutely reliable. They have been adopted into several nations as their current assault rifles, including in Australia. I know that they have them in a few of the countries of Europe, but these have been around since the 70s. This is a very old design, believe it or not. The fact that it's still able to be relevant, and not just relevant, but still a benefit to many modern day weapon systems out there today, that says something. I mean, that's when you know you got something special. So to this Steyr AUG, essentially what I've added is just a couple components. So this is from a company called Corvus Defensio. It is just an extended type of pick rail for the foregrip area, or handguard area, I guess you can call it. And the reason why is, if you haven't seen the Steyr AUG with nothing done to it, this pin right here actually holds a vertical grip that comes with the firearm. So this vertical grip that normally comes with it is plastic. It's curved, it's got a little contour to it, and that's all it comes with normally. There's no rail space to add anything up here. There's only this bit of pick rail that usually comes on these Steyr AUGs. So not a lot of room to be able to add accessories. That's another drawback of the bullpup design, is just because you don't have a lot of barrel out here, and therefore you don't have a lot of rail space that typically is given to you on a lot of these platforms. Nowadays they're getting better about giving you, you know, some innovative hand guards and things that you can add on after the fact to get that rail space. But typically that's one of the drawbacks to a bullpup, is just not having enough room for accessories up front. These guys come up with like a really nice little bit of pick rail over here. It's MLOK right here. So you got MLOK slots. You have MLOK slots underneath. I added a bit of pick rail to that as well, so that I could put this BCM vertical grip on here, and this Inforce weapon light over here. So I also have this Holosun laser over here. So this is the, I think it's the 117G is the model number. Don't quote me on that, but I'll put it in the description of the video in case you're interested. This thing is like a freaking tank. It's built solid. It's all metal construction. I mean, they're not cheap, but you know, you get what you pay for when it comes to lasers, because if you get like any of the plasticky type of lasers and you're going to be, you know, banging around your rifle or your pistol that you're putting it on, don't be surprised if that laser doesn't last too long, because that laser element is usually pretty fragile on the inside. So if you don't have a housing that's you know, bulky enough and protective enough to keep stuff inside from rattling around, typically you, again, get what you pay for. So anyways, it's got the touchpad over here. So I kind of routed the wire, and I used one of these MLOK slots to try to get it down right here to the handguard, or I'm sorry, to the trigger guard. And what that is able to do is, when you're gripping this thing, it's pretty convenient actually. So I'm going to use my left hand here just to kind of show you guys what I'm talking about. But if you're gripping here, what you can do is right here with your finger, all right, you're able to hit that light and you're able to turn that on. And then you're also able to hit that touchpad, and you're able to, without taking your hand basically off of your grip, you're still able to manipulate that laser all in basically one motion, which is pretty cool that, you know, everything kind of is able to be fit and operated right here in this area. And again, you don't have a lot of room to be able to put something like this out here anyways. So the fact that, you know, I was able to rig this up to where it actually makes sense and it's usable, I was actually kind of impressed that I was able to do that. So another, I guess, downfall to the bullpup design is because you have your trigger up here, but your linkage and your hammer is back here in this area. The linkage itself is going to cause that trigger pull to not be the cleanest thing in the world. Now, typically with bullpups, you have a much heavier trigger pull, usually somewhere in the neighborhood of 7 to 10 pounds in most cases. They also feel very gritty because you're not getting, you know, the hammer and the trigger are not in the same area. Therefore, that linkage itself causes the pull to feel a little bit gritty because you're getting a lot of parts that are moving against each other in order to make that trigger go. It comes with the territory. Now, with that being said, with innovation comes more innovation. So this is an innovative design. It's withstood the test of time, and therefore there are lots of accessories for these. And there are companies that do make aftermarket triggers for these things. So even with the Tavor, you've seen, you know, companies like Geisley jump into the fold where they're building triggers for these things because they're getting more and more popular. Don't let it deter you from buying a bullpup that you hear that their triggers are kind of shitty out of the box. With that being said, though, the Steyr AUG trigger is not bad at all. All right. So here's like the magazine release. So normally what you would be doing is you would be grabbing the magazine and then pressing your thumb up against that button right there to release your magazine. Okay. Now I'm going to show you guys before I get anybody panicking that we are safe. All right. Nothing in there as usual. But anyways, you got your charging handle right here, and you can see I locked it up and back so that it could hold open the bolt carrier right here. And now I'm going to go ahead and ghost this trigger for you guys so you can see what I'm talking about. Now, the trigger has very little movement. All right, it's got maybe, you'll see kind of right up here where you've got this added piece to the front of the trigger, how much it's moving, but we're right around 1 millimeter right there. You hit a wall, it's heavy, okay? It's heavy and it breaks clean, all right? It breaks clean. Now, the reset, you see that it traveled a good, I want to say like 2.5, 3 millimeters, and it resets right there. And then again, your pull, you're already at the wall. There's no more pull, and it breaks clean. So not bad considering that, again, it's a bullpup. It's an older bullpup, not innovative at all compared to today's bullpups. However, it's got a nicer trigger than the Tavor out of the box, I'll tell you that much. The X95, I should say, is a little bit better, but the Tavor SAR1, definitely, this is a trigger that I would take over the SAR1 any day. There's a lot of things going on here to you know, to admire about the bullpup design. Another cool thing about this particular Steyr AUG, so right here on the opposite side, you have this little lever, all right? You press this little lever up, and when you do, it unlocks the barrel and the gas block, and all you gotta do is rotate and pull the entire barrel out. That is pretty damn cool, all right? And the reason it's cool is because you can swap out barrels really quickly and easily. So I mentioned that I personally like the profile of a 16.5-inch barrel, but let's say that I needed to go out further to distances beyond 500 yards, right? You could easily throw in a 24-inch barrel simply by twisting one out and then twisting the other one back in. Nothing else needs to be changed, which is pretty damn incredible. Now, I haven't heard of any 300 blackout types of barrels or anything like that they've had for the Steyr AUG, but I'd be shocked that someone wouldn't come out with something like that because, again, if you're able to change out the barrel for 300 blackout, you don't need anything else. You already have the correct bolt carrier for that. You can use 5.56 magazines for 300 blackout, so it would be a really simple swap just right there and then. Also, I know that they have 9mm conversion kits, but that's more complicated in terms of you do have to change out the bolt carrier and all that kind of stuff at that point. So it gets a little bit more complex. However, with that barrel being able to be taken out so easily, and for you to be able to swap out with a longer, shorter, or different caliber type of barrel, it is freaking, that's a huge win right there. I forgot to mention that this is the 3X Optic. So this is Steyr's Optic. Their glass is phenomenal. I mean, I'm telling you, it's some of the clearest glass I've seen. The only thing that I could say is comparable is the Trijicon ACOG. but their glass is incredibly clear. It's not the most refined optic in the world. All it is a donut with a dot inside of it, okay? So nothing crazy in terms of the reticle. You don't get options in terms of, you know, magnifying any further or any less. You don't have anything that's a variable in here, except it's a fixed 3x optic, and it does its job very, very well. So it's got a little bit of some pick mount rails over here. So if you did want to mount like a RMR or something like that to go along with it, that's cool. That's kind of why I put the laser on here. This is great for, you know, for medium range acquisition, but, you know, for short stuff, it's nice to have the laser just in case you need it. If you're not going to go ahead and put like an RMR or something like that on top, which I thought was going to make this thing a little bit taller than it already is. So I wanted to avoid putting on another type of optic on the top here. But anyways, guys, that's all I got. This is, again, a platform that if you're considering a bullpup and you're looking at all your options that are out there today, the Steyr AUG is still one of the very best, if not the best option that you can get right now in today's market. With all the new bullpups that are out to compete with this thing is still tried and true, and that's because it is super reliable. It's very ergonomic, all right? It's actually very nicely put together in terms of your controls and your features. You do have some really great accessory options if you're worried about, well, how am I going to put, you know, so-and-so accessory up top? I got no room for it on the Steyr AUG. No, don't worry about it. Check out Corvus Defensio. They got all kinds of shit. You'll love it. And yeah, that's all I got to say, guys. Any questions, comments, please leave them in the comments section. As always, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. I'll be back at you with another review coming up shortly. Till then, take care, guys.